we got to get into the Kanye West story. Like I said, the phone lines will be open at the end of this. In fact, let me go ahead and put that link out to the channel members so y'all can get ready, okay? And then we'll open it up to everybody else afterwards. But yeah, we're going to get into Kanye West's story next because that one is also disturbing. So first of all, he did an interview with academics, or should I say wackademics, who is this content creator who got banned, who got banned really recently from Twitch. It was only for a little while, which goes to show you how seriously they take this sort of thing. Do you know why this man was banned temporarily from Twitch? Because he admitted on air to allegedly grooming a minor. He was making these very weird, inappropriate, sexually charged comments to a minor boy on Twitch. And it was this huge thing. And Twitch only temporarily banned him. Says a lot about that platform, right? So anyway, this is who Kanye was just problematic on every level, right? So this is who he chooses to have a conversation with, just to set the stage. Then when we get to his home and he opens the door, take a look at his necklace, swastika. Take a look at his shirt, Sean John, repping Diddy. So you got an alleged PDF file. You're wearing something repping Diddy, who is currently facing charges for trafficking and for just brutalization of women and girls, and allegedly little boys too. Then you're also wearing a swastika necklace. He hasn't even said anything verbally, but he has said everything at the same time in this one picture alone, right? Plus the chandelier is dated, but we're not going to get into that. Anyway, let's get into the next. He says, no, this isn't scandalous enough. Who y'all, you guys used to watch Chappelle's show. Who was that? Clayton Bigsby, the black white supremacist. He says, let me go full Clayton Bigsby on y'all and wear a black KKK getup and talk about how I regret having kids with Kim Kardashian. Oh, Lord. So he says that he knew within 2 months of being with Kim that he never wanted to have any kids with her. Yeah, he had 4. Make that make sense. And we saw them trying to have these kids on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. There were even moments when they were doing photo shoots. She goes, oh, I'm ovulating. This is the perfect time. And they would run to a closet to bang it out. And you want us to believe that you never want to have kids with this woman? 4, 2 of which are produced via surrogate, meaning you went to these doctor's appointments with this woman. You filled up a cup with sperm. You selected, because he's all about that, DNA selection. You went through all of that with this woman. And we're supposed to believe you never wanted to have kids with this woman and you knew within 2 months? He's crazy. He's crazy. What is he talking about? And the gag is that he was chasing this woman around. He has been obsessed with her forever. How many times have you seen this man come out publicly and say that he always knew that he would make Kim Kardashian his wife? That was his dream girl. He was making songs about her when he was with Amber Rose. Remember, there's that Knock You Down with Carrie Hilson. And then he says, the girl of my dreams that seemed to only date the head of football teams. I was a class clown. I always kept you laughing. We were never meant to be baby. We just had it. That was about Kim. And now all of a sudden we're supposed to believe you never wanted her. You never wanted to have kids with her. Get the F out of here. How hurtful is it for him to sit up there and say something like that on camera? His children will be so ashamed of him when they realize just how profoundly disturbing all of this is. The swastika, the Sean John, the KKK getup. It's incredible what he's doing. Again, I keep saying this man is moving like somebody who is on borrowed time. This is not a sustainable way to live. So, yeah. So when it comes to why he's mainly upset about the situation with his children, it seems like he lost his quote unquote property to Kim Kardashian. He keeps on talking about the fact that he doesn't own his children's name and a likeness. He lost control of that in the divorce to Kim. And so he talks about the settlement of this divorce, and then he likens his children to his business assets, right? So this is his direct quote from the interview. And let me put up that picture so we could really soak in how off the wall this man is. Kanye West said, and I quote, "Of all the brands I've made, I don't got the name and likeness, or at least 50-50 with my kids. My kids are celebrities and I don't have the say so." So these are just business assets to him. Okay, Kanye, we see you. And then per usual, he's bringing race into it. Kanye, you are as anti-Black as they come. You did not want Black children. That's why you had children with Kim Kardashian and not a Black woman. Okay, which whatever floats your boat. But then to consistently turn around to the Black community and say, this white woman's taking my kids from me, my Black kids, right? So he pulls it again. He said, so this white woman and this white family have the control of these highly influential Black kids that are half the children of Ye. Stop it. What Black kids? Your children are biracial and that's okay. Kim is multiracial and that's okay too. And none of that has anything to do with the fact that you chose to go down this road. And none of that has anything to do with the safety, the health, or the well-being of these children. You were just trying to be as inflammatory as possible. And for you to act like the race, the color, or whatever, the Blackness of your children is so important while you're over here as a Black man wearing a swastika and wearing a KKK hood. I'm sorry, but Black children are not safe with anybody like this. This is honest. What timeline are we in, you guys? Because this is crazy. This is crazy. What is happening? Would you trust Black children with somebody who runs around calling themselves a Nazi? With someone who rocks swastikas? With someone who rocks Klan hoods? I don't think so. So why should Kim? I think that her Black children are better off with her. I think they are safer with her. And I really think that she needs to just go ahead and file for sole custody at this point. If you guys weren't here for my Wednesday or Thursday episode of the morning report last week, I want y'all to go back on my channel after this in my videos and check out the video that I had made about, what was it? It's entitled TMZ Turns on Kim or something like that, because it was crazy. That episode of the TMZ podcast, Harvey Levin, he was saying that Kim has a duty at this point to file for sole custody because Kanye has become someone who is incredibly dangerous to these children. And it's not just the Nazi, not just the KKK. It's also the fact that he tried to bring his underage daughter around Andrew Tate, who is someone who is facing human trafficking charges, right? Or ex-trafficking charges. And it's all of this stuff combined. He's saying if she does not go and file for full custody, she risks having these children taken from her by CPS and put into the care of another family member. Because trying to reason with him, trying to negotiate with him is not enough. There needs to be a paper trail on this man at this point. That guy, he was going in on Kim. Like, he was pissed. He was livid. Bunny says, Kanye's a liar. North is the only child conceived natural. Oh, the rest was a choice. They were test tube babies. Really? Not even Saint was conceived naturally? My God. And I agree with you, Theo. He's like an edgelord, preteen edgelord, who trolls 4chan all day, right? We're tired. We are so tired of this man and the same old nonsense. Like he says, Kanye needs to be put under, exactly. How is it possible for him to run around this way? No conservatorship, but a woman sneezes the wrong way and she's under a conservatorship. Milan says, AKA Diddy, Akadiddy should be embarrassed for platforming him, right? But Akadiddy should not even have a platform himself. He was using it to allegedly groom underage boys. Birds of a freaking feather, right? Hey, Millie. Just a mess, a mess. And it is true. That's W. Kim has her own things, about the Balenciaga and stuff and trying to help them with their image after the weird children photos. But it's nowhere near what Kanye's up to at this point. EHC says, my neighbor was a Black German who lived through the Nazi regime. The Nazis castrated her father. Oh, I tweeted Kanye the facts about Blacks and Nazis and he deleted it. He knows but chooses to ignore. Oh, I'm so sorry for your friend. That was painful to even read. And like the way that he champions it, he makes light of it, is just so pathetic and so disgusting. How did his Black Panther mother and I don't know anything about his father though, but you have a mother who's so educated, who's so pro-Black. How do you end up like this? Star says, based on his ego, I think he scorned that last time he was anti-Semitic, his net worth dropped. He wants to show he can be without serious consequences. It's disturbing. It is disturbing. Kanye West, at this point, listen. I'm so sad about how music artists are just crashing out left, right, and center and showing us that they ain't SHIT. There are so many artists that I love that I can no longer listen to in good conscience, And I'm running out here. All I've got right now is my Queen Bee. That's all I've got and a couple others. But I'm so sad. I used to love R. Kelly's music. I had to stop. I used to love Brian McKnight's music. I had to stop. He wasn't doing this weirdo stuff, but he was doing other weirdo stuff, which is not claiming his kids now that he's got a new wife. And all these kids, aren't they all named different variations of Brian? That type of stuff. There are just so many people. Chris Brown. I used to be a Chris Brown fanatic. I can't anymore. Very, very disappointing, very disturbing stuff